Trolling's gonna be zero tolerance tonight. Lummox, you're everything they want to be in life, and they're like 23, living with their mama. Don't care about my viewers. Abandon the entire Twitch chat, please.
Abandon the entire Twitch chat, please.
It's like we're in a nut house, and it's controlled by the loons. Here's game. What up, Sober Toaster? You'll notice that some of my shit looks wrong, especially my sub count. That's mainly because of I'm a dumbass. I actually deleted everything off OBS trying to delete one simple little like thing. Chilling. Grayson, hate when you get on the back of the chair. You fat. You gotta be so fat, Grayson. You ever thought about making merchandise on some of your Mimi things? I've made merchandise before, it doesn't really sell. The thing with merchandise is, you only make $1 or $2 per thing sold. And I don't sell enough in volume to warrant the hassle. It'd be different if I sold 200 shirts a month or some shit like that. Then you actually have something tangible, right? You have an extra $400 or $500, right? But I sell like 8 shirts a month. Somebody donate. They did, Dr. Phil. Where do you see yourself in 10 years and why? Hopefully not living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, there's no reason to ask my chat to be respectful, Rosie. Rojeezy. My chat's not going to be respectful. So, like, I just skip straight to the point. Don't ask me to play other shit. I don't feel like dealing with that. I wonder if like people realize like this is literally like right-wing radio talk. The Enclave shit is. Because like right-wing people love to like reminisce about shit. Remember back in my day when we had carbureted engines? They weren't these confound computers all in the car. They were simpler. They were better. What's for lunch, Pimp? No clue, man. Like, I woke up today like feeling like shit because I didn't stream last night, but I was dead tired when I got home last night. I was like, fuck, I need to stream. See, how can you play this game? I thought your hands hurt. My hands hurt if I got to do something very strenuous, like PUBG or something like that. Do you think the Hyperloop is going to take off soon? I mean, no. Just doing just Fallout is fine, as long as I don't do like 3 or 4 hours of it. Like I said, the Hyperloop has too many things that can fail for the Hyperloop to take off. Will they ever get a working Hyperloop? That's a possibility. Will it be working in the level of like people will actually be able to get on and use it? No. Dude, I don't want to talk about Tesla. My opinion stays the same. Like, Tesla, short term, sure, Tesla's going to be the car of the future. Long term, no. Like all the companies like GM and all these other companies that are lining up to make like electric cars, they're doing that because of government regulations. Because government regulations has slowly tightened down on it. Right? And it takes a lot to keep things running. For example, like some places like England, China, and places like that won't all electric. And for GM to make all electric for that company and not come here all electric in America would cost them more money in the long run. So they're just going to go all electric because that's where the product is. You got to understand, car companies sell a product to the masses regardless if it's the future or not. I don't hate innovators trying to make the world a better place. You'll never find a video of me sitting there hating on Apple making the A14 Bionic chip. Why? Because they know what they're fucking doing. They're making a tangible product that slowly gets better, that works in real life. What I am going to hate on is people redoing things that other people have done that have failed. I will hate on that. We might have to stop playing Fallout here because I can't handle like having to tab in and out to read this, and I don't know what's wrong with my fucking Twitch ticker. Let's just turn this to a just chatting because I want to figure out what's happening with the Twitch ticker. Alright, let me ask this question. Since you guys always ask this question, why do you think Elon Musk is paving the way to the future? Because everybody else thinks that way? How much for you to bust a rap like the past? Maybe some Ice Ice Baby? Get for free, dog. I'm just trying to figure out why my donations is not popping up. Alright. Somebody said Elon Musk understands we have a limited amount of fossil fuels and we're eventually, and this is correct. This is correct that we do have a limited amount of fossil fuels. Right? But have you ever thought that currently the United States has what? Energy production. I think the United States has what, like 4 trillion kilowatt hours of energy production it has to make a year to sustain the grid of the United States, and like it's going to be another 1.6 trillion if everybody had an electric car, right? The only problem with this is that 4 trillion number is actually mainly coal, right? Coal is another finite resource that we get from the earth, and a planet can be mined out of coal, right? This is 100%. And like the question asked, and which I don't know this answer off the top of my head, is can you make up that 4 trillion kilowatt hours off of just green energy? Like, for example, can wind turbines and like steam engines and places like that have enough like stored energy in them to keep the grid going with 4.1 trillion, or in the ways in the idea of like electric cars, 5.9 trillion. Once batteries become efficient enough, yes. The problem with batteries becoming more efficient is batteries are currently maxed out. Lithium ion technology is maxed out for where it is, right? IPO cells are currently maxed out, and you're going to say, well, they're going to make breakthroughs. It's kind of like the breakthroughs in like computer chip technology. Computer chip technology is maxed out. They need a whole different system to go further. You ever seen a lithium mine? Massive environmental destruction. I agree. Like, I understand that you want the earth to succeed and you don't want to use up all the oil and create an environmental crisis and an economic crisis. I agree with you. Peak oil is a bad thing for everybody, right? Everybody will have a terrible time with peak oil. What I'm trying to say is going all electric is a short-term answer to a long-term problem, right? Because like electric cars don't mean shit right now because they're not taxing the grid. The grid's strong. We have plenty of coal. You know, we already mine the shit out of lithium for cell phones and things like that. I don't know what. Every time you guys ask it, all this is trolls like want to nitpick stuff because I don't have the luxury of like sitting here and having a thought out bulletin process. I'm just going based off of my experience. Like big block Chevys, big block Chevys, big block Chevys. Like I had somebody try to tell me I was an idiot and that I should look up nuclear power. I'm like, dog, we figured nuclear power was a problem forever. Right now, we don't know how to deal with nuclear waste because you can't get rid of it. What we're going to do is start jettisoning it into fucking space? I mean, like, the only problem with like solar panels, for example, is like if you had solar panels at the peak, let's say just your house, you had to run just your house. You had solar panels on your roof at the, and they capture so much at the peak of like the day. Let's say it's a nice bright sunny day. You might have enough energy to run your house for 5-6 hours, right? At full on, right? But what about rainy days? What about the last 3 weeks in South Carolina where it's been rainy and muggy and cloudy, where the sun's barely out? Now all of a sudden those solar panels don't run your house. You got to have some kind of backup system to run them on. Parker, I don't know if you know this or not, but cars nowadays pretty much just create water vapor. The carbon dioxide and things of the old days are pretty much gone. There's things called charcoal canisters and vent valves and diesel exhaust fluid, and there's like intricate ways that they've taken the systems on the car and they catalytic converters that they pollute almost nothing. Look it up, Newt. Look it up. I can't say your name because it sounds too much like a bad word. I'm not trying to be a champion of internal combustion engines. I'm trying to say that there are over 400 million cars on the road in the United States, right? At any given time. I don't hate Elon Musk, man. Like, here's the thing. Like, you people twist my words. All I've said is Tesla as a car company is doomed to fail. It's doomed to fail at its current trajectory. It can change that trajectory very easily, right? They got plenty of money to do that. But currently, they sell their cars at a loss. They make up that loss by selling carbon credits to other manufacturers. And when these other manufacturers start making enough green cars to get their own carbon credits, Tesla's going to start producing quarterly losses. When Tesla starts producing quarterly losses, the stock market investors are going to disappear because people are afraid of losing money, right? When those disappear, Tesla's capital is going to dip. And then what's going to happen is people are going to realize that Tesla is not worth 4 times of what Toyota is. Tesla doesn't sell the cars that Toyota does. And when that happens, people are going to look at it and be like, oh, here's all electric cars. Here's Toyota with hydrogen cell hybrids. All right. And they're going to look at those two and be like, Toyota's doing it better. And then everybody's going to switch to the hydrogen cell. This is my prediction. Take it what it's worth. I don't even buy Toyota products, honestly. Which that's not true, because like I'm currently in the market for a beater car, and the Toyota Camry is looking mighty fucking appealing right now. But regardless, I mainly buy American. I read an article about it. No, I didn't actually. I didn't read an article. Then how do I know this? Well, I mean, like, I've read some articles about how Tesla wasn't making money on cars. And I've also read other things about how Toyota is producing hydrogen cell cars. I read what fits my narrative? No, I don't. Why don't people invest in flying cars? Well, flying cars cause a couple problems. One, it destroys borders, right? You can get into your car and you can fly anywhere you would like to fly. It's going to destroy roadways and borders and any kind of like structure that you have in current transportation. And that's bad because it all depends on how high your car flies, but you still need some type of structure, because what happens when you go into a no-fly zone? What happens when you cross country borders? What happens when you go into an area where they're just going to shoot you down? Right? Makes drug trafficking easier, things of that nature. Flying cars create a lot of like logistic problems. I don't think we'll ever see flying cars strictly because of the logistic problems. Traffickers already have planes, yes, but planes have to land at airports. A flying car would theoretically be able to take off from Cuba, fly, and land in Miami. Without an airport, it can land at somebody's house. There's no way to regulate that. Right, choppers don't need airports, but the fact is helicopters are kind of rare. Like if you see a helicopter flying, you notice a helicopter flying. It's loud, it's big, it's noisy. But here's the fact. Let's take that idea of where you see the 1 or 2 helicopters that are flying every now and then and turn it into 20,000 helicopters in your city, right? Everybody's flying. There's wrecks. People are crashing into each other. They're falling out the sky. People are taking their helicopter blades and like running over people's dogs with them, or cutting into their house with the blades themselves. Like people that are like 16 are getting licensed to fly said helicopters. I understand helicopters are rare, but I'm trying to state the fact that the reason a flying car would be worse is because it would blend in, right? A flying car, when everybody else has flying fucking cars, will blend in. This is for, It's That Guy. Stop. Collaborate and listen. I sit back, I got a brand new invention, something. Grabs a hold of me tightly, sharp like a harpoon daily and nightly. If it'll stop, yo, I don't know. But turn off the light, yo, and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a jump like a candle. Dance. Get the DJ go boom. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom, deadly. When I hear a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it, you gotta gain weight. Don't play the bullshit cause the kids don't play. If I got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. No, that's the number of bits in the last 30 days. If I was snowed in, would I eat my dog? Ah, pimp. I mean, like, generally you kind of see snowed in situations ahead of time. And the chance that South Carolina's gonna get snowed in is probably less than half of 1%. How good's the country lifestyle? I don't live the country lifestyle, dude. Like, I honestly don't. Like, I just kind of fucking chill. Oh, Bailey got black too. Gonna get technical. Bailey started out as brown and she technically got whited. Like, she's whitening up really good. No, I don't own Mr. Peanut. I've never human trafficked anything. Mr. Peanut's his own man. He just happens to be somebody that's willing to do handiwork that I pay at times to do handiwork. I'm done talking about Mr. Peanut. If you want more answers about Mr. Peanut, $5 a question. Fuck you. I'm going to go work at fucking Hardee's. You say fuck you, I'm going to go work at Arby's.